Say, like any couple, you go into a marriage and you think that you're going to have children. You know, we knew that we wanted to have a lot of children, but it just didn't come so easy.
No, it didn't. Our daughter asked since she first started talking if she could have a brother or sister, and sometimes many of them. Mom, Dad, how many kids are you going to have? And we tried for years. And one thing led to another, and it was year after year after year of trying to have another. There was a time we found out we were pregnant again, and that was what year?
It was about 7 years ago. Yeah, I had an ectopic.
And that was the last time that we, tried to have kids.
And that's hard because you see everybody around you having kids, and you want them.
We both come from big families, and there's lots of kids. We always, been together and talked, and we wanted to have 1, 2, maybe 3 kids. It was always 2 or 3. I think there was times that it was joking that we have more.
It's a really hard lesson to learn, to wait on God. I remember Sydney, she was very little, and putting a blanket down in her room and wanting little brothers and sisters. And the dogs came in and sat on the blanket, and I had to walk away. I felt like I was doing something wrong. Like, was I not being a good mother? But I had to realize that I was. I just had to keep praying and listen and know that God would give it to us when it was time. He was waiting for us to find a church and to worship Him and have a intimate relationship with Him. We were lacking that.
Yeah.
We decided that we needed to go to a specialist. It just wasn't working. We knew we needed help. I needed to figure out in my heart that I wasn't playing God, that He places the doctors and the specialists there in our life for certain reasons, and that was holding me back. I didn't want to play God. I didn't want the help. I thought we could be a normal couple. Within 5 days of seeing her, I was back in surgery. She was fixing me so that I could carry another child. It was amazing that she knew instantly. Within a month or 2, we were doing injections, and it hurt. They were all over my body, and
every month we sat, we prayed, we cried out.
We waited.
And we waited. Is this the right thing? Month 1 comes and goes. Didn't happen. Month 2 comes and goes. Now we're starting to question, was this the right thing?
In our hearts, we kind of leaned toward adoption.
We always had, but we wanted to give it.
But something was holding us back. Something didn't allow us to continue on to that first step for adoption. It's a waiting game. But again, you're being told to wait. I've got you. He's telling our hearts, He's telling us, I've got you. Trust me. I didn't trust Him. I remember standing in the bathroom at my home, and I was angry, and that was a low point. And I was yelling, screaming. I remember screaming at God. Why am I not good enough to be a mom? What have I done wrong? When can I have that feeling and to carry a child?
Again.
And I felt like I was not being a wife because I couldn't give him any more children. And I was staring in the mirror, and I remember I was holding on to the sink and angry. And I called him and I said, it's negative. It's just not going to happen. You said to me, just wait one more day. The doctors told me to take the test a day early because I was just feeling absolutely horrible. And he was so positive. He said, just wait. So I waited, and I took another test the very next day. And it was positive. And it was like God saying, I'm the Almighty. I'm the powerful. I can do what you want me to do, but it's in my time.
She had called me. I was, again, out of town. She called to tell me, and I don't remember if it was after I got off work or during the day. All I remember is Nichole just saying and asking for me to sit down. She said, well, something if we wanted one, God was willing to give us two. She said it's twins, and I fell off my chair. I couldn't believe that He blessed us with one child, but now He's blessing us with two. And
the reveal for Sydney was special, to be able to give her a brother and sister.
And you think it's going to happen quick. You had one, and even the doctors, oh, you had one, there should be no problem. Friends, family, there should be no problem. You had one. But it wasn't what everyone else thought. It was what God wanted for us. Mm-hmm. He wanted us to grow in our faith. Mm-hmm. He wanted us to help launch GraceHill.
Yes.
He wanted us as a family to be able to share our story with others.
Yes.
July 22nd, July 21st, 2017. We were on our way to the hospital. July 22nd, 12 plus hours of labor. We have one boy, one girl, Tanner and Jillian.
Extremely healthy.
Extremely healthy. But before we called our parents, it was a big thank you to the Lord. Thank you to God for putting the doctors, the nurses in our lives to help us through it, because it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy.
It's a matter of, even if we're praying for children, we were waiting and waiting for children. It could be anything that you're waiting and waiting for. You know, if you're single, you're praying that you find your spouse.
You're praying that God wants to give you direction in your life, whether it be children, whether it be a spouse, whether it be a career path. We have friends that have, and even myself included, changed careers 3, 4, 5 times. Don't know what you're gonna do. God wants to stretch you. He stretches you thin and then builds you back up.
I'm Nichole.
And I'm Matt. This is our family. And this is where our story meets his.